Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers reveal Port Charles is a pressure cooker, and Ava Jerome's Mora West blackmail scheme is about to implode, threatening to strip her of everything she has clawed to maintain. Ava has been taking Alexis Davis, Nancy E. Gran, for a ride by holding the truth about Christina Corinthos Davis, Kate Muncy, tampering with Rick Lansing's Rick Hurst, breaks over her head. Alexis will do anything to keep her daughter safe, but with Damian Spinelli's Bradford Anderson, cyber expertise, and Lucky Spencer's Jonathan Jackson, relentless pursuit, she may be hot on Ava's trail after all. As Ava's money train derails, will she lose her art gallery and face prison, or can she outmaneuver her enemies to stay afloat? Alexis is fighting tooth and nail to dismantle Ava's blackmail, and Spinelli's top-tier hacking skills could end up being her secret weapon. His latest dive into Ava's digital trail, possibly bank records or encrypted messages, could uncover damning evidence of her extortion. Ava's attempt to stay one step ahead, moving Rick's tampered car, and leaving a taunting note for Alexis, is only going to fuel her resolve. Spinelli's breakthroughs could expose Ava's scheme and take Rick down with her in one fell swoop. If Spinelli cracks the case wide open, Ava's financial lifeline could dry up fast. Will this tech prowess be her undoing, or can she slip through the net? Lucky's recent discovery of Ava and Rick's blackmail plot has made him a wildcard in this drama. Driven by loyalty to Elizabeth Baldwin, Rebecca Herbst, a crash victim, but also the love of his life, and given his disdain for Ava's manipulations, he's hell-bent on bringing her down. Whether he's feeding intel to Alexis or confronting Ava directly, Lucky's involvement is primed to ramp up the pressure. His actions might spark an untimely unraveling, potentially costing Ava her art gallery and plunging her back into financial ruin. If Lucky digs too deep, he could even uncover evidence that puts Ava at risk of prison, though Alexis will likely shield Christina at all costs. Can Lucky's tenacity topple Ava, or will she turn the tables on him? As Ava's blackmail plan crumbles, her glamorous life will be left hanging by a thread. Losing the blackmail money could force her to sell her beloved gallery, a symbol of her power, and leave her scraping by, a fate she's fought to avoid ever since those Casadine funds were snatched back out of her bank account. With Alexis, Spinelli, and Lucky circling, Ava's desperation might lead to a bold counter-move, like framing Rick or striking a deal with Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard. If Ava's empire collapses under the weight of her sins, will she be savvy enough to outsmart her partner in crime and stay one step ahead of justice? Keep checking back with us for more GH news and spoilers right here, every day. In the ever-swirling vortex of secrets, lies, and betrayals that is Port Charles, one of the most dangerous empires ever built is on the brink of total collapse. Ava Jerome, the cunning, calculating femme fatale who has long operated in the shadows, may finally be facing the end of her reign as the queen of blackmail. According to explosive news spoilers, Ava's meticulously crafted empire of manipulation, extortion, and coercion is falling apart faster than she ever anticipated, and the agents of its destruction are two unlikely allies, Alexis Davis and Lucky Spencer. For months now, Ava has played puppet master behind the scenes, holding tightly to the secrets of some of Port Charles' most powerful players. Through a series of mysterious recordings, hidden surveillance files, and under-the-table deals, Ava has amassed more leverage than any single person should possess. From mafia secrets to political scandals and personal betrayals, Ava has been quietly collecting information like currency, storing it, weaponizing it, and using it to protect her daughter, Avery, her position in Sonny's inner circle, and her very survival. But what Ava didn't count on was the resurgence of Alexis Davis, former attorney, ex-alcoholic, and now full-time truth seeker. Alexis, who once found herself entangled in Ava's web, has since found a new calling in justice. After a turbulent period in her life that nearly saw her disbarred and disgraced, Alexis has come back stronger than ever, determined to clean up not just her own messes, but the messes of Port Charles as a whole. And at the top of her list as a quiet investigation into a mysterious leak at the Invader turned into something far more sinister, when Alexis uncovered a file linking Ava to an illegal surveillance network operating out of Spoon Island. The discovery sent Alexis down a rabbit hole of intrigue, uncovering breadcrumbs that led to some of the most tightly held secrets in town, including ones involving Sonny Corinthos, Valentine Casadolin, and even Laura Collins. With each clue, the picture became clearer. Ava wasn't just gathering information, she was manipulating lives, toppling alliances, and orchestrating power shifts from the safety of her penthouse. Enter Lucky Spencer. Long thought to be lost in his own orbit of wanderlust and reinvention, Lucky has returned to Port Charles with purpose. Though his official reason is to reconnect with his son and support his recovering father, Luke's memory casts a long shadow over him. Privately, Lucky has been working a case, one whispered to him by contacts in the WSB. It involves a complex blackmail scheme that reaches far into the city's elite, and all signs point to Alva as the central player. Lucky, now operating as a hybrid agent investigator, has teamed up with Alexis in a last-ditch effort to expose Ava's dealings and finally bring her down. This unlikely alliance between Alexis and Lucky has proven powerful. They share a common history of falling prey to powerful manipulators, and they're both sick of watching Ava play God with people's lives. Using Alexis's access to confidential legal records and Lucky's surveillance expertise, the two have built a case that Ava never saw coming. They've uncovered the extent of her operation, which includes everything from blackmailing judges to leveraging custody battles and trading classified WSB files for protection. One of Ava's biggest vulnerabilities, her connection to Sonny Corinthos. While Ava has worked hard to ingratiate herself into Sonny's world using Avery as the anchor, Lucky and Alexis now believe she's also been secretly recording Sonny's private conversations and storing them as insurance in case he ever turns on her. This revelation, if true, could not only destroy Ava's alliance with Sonny, but set off a mafia war that could leave Port Charles in chaos. And then there's Nina Reeves. Nina, already on fragile emotional ground following the SEC scandal, and her estrangement from Willow and Michael, has long suspected that Ava hasn't been entirely truthful about her role in various recent events. Spoilers tease that Nina may be pulled into the unraveling scheme as both a victim and an unlikely whistleblower. Ava's use of Mina's friendship as a shield could backfire spectacularly if Nina chooses to side with Alexis and help bring Ava down. Things really begin to spiral for Ava when Alexis confronts her with partial evidence. Just enough to rattle her confidence, but not enough to provoke a full-scale retaliation. Ava, sensing the walls closing in, tries to pivot. She offers a vague apology and makes a veiled attempt to warn Alexis off, suggesting that Alexis could be putting herself in danger by digging too deep. But Alexis isn't afraid anymore. She's lost too much to let someone like Ava keep winning. And Lucky, he's not just gathering evidence, he's already handed part of it to the authorities. By the time Friday's episode rolls around, Ava is trapped in a tightening vise. Her most valuable blackmail files are missing, stolen, likely by someone within her own circle. Her alliance with Sonny is on shaky ground, especially after he begins to question how Ava always seems to know too much. Meanwhile, Lucky is preparing to go public with the evidence, and Alexis is drafting an expose that could not only ruin Ava's reputation, but potentially send her to prison. And just when Ava thinks it couldn't get any worse, Laura Collins arrives with questions of her own. It turns out that one of the files Ava had in her possession involved a long-buried secret about Nicholas Casadin's presumed death, and its connection to Victor Casadin's final machinations. Laura demands answers, and she's not asking twice. Ava tries to spin a story, but with the storm brewing around her, even she can't keep her usual poise. Spoilers suggest that Laura may uncover that Ava knew more about Nicholas's fate than she ever admitted, and that revelation could blow the Cassadine family into open warfare. But perhaps the most chilling moment of the upcoming episode belongs to Ava herself. Alone in her penthouse, Ava sifts through what remains of her files. Her empire is crumbling, her secrets are slipping away, and her allies are either gone or turning against her. For a brief moment, the mask slips. Ava, always in control, always confident, looks afraid. Not for herself, but for Avery. Everything she did, every file she kept, every secret she guarded, was for her daughter's future. And now that future may be in jeopardy, a key decision will be made. Lucky receives confirmation from a federal source that they can move forward with charges if Ava doesn't cooperate. Alexis, meanwhile, is offered a publishing deal to tell the entire story, but she's hesitant. She knows exposing Ava could have far-reaching consequences, not just for Ava, but for everyone she's entangled along the way. Will Ava strike first in an attempt to salvage what's left? Will she go underground, taking her secrets with her? Or will she finally face the reckoning so many believe she deserves? One thing's for certain, Port Charles will never be the same once the truth comes out. And as Ava's Blackmail empire collapses into dust, the residents of this storied town will have to ask themselves, what's worse, the lies they told or the truths she kept? Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our YouTube channel for more update news.